From the very first days of the society, St. Ignatius Loyola urged his followers to not only do what is good, but what is better. Not only to be holy, but to be more holy. Not only to do great things for God, but always do greater things for God. This is the concept of magis, which is a core value of Ignatian spirituality.
The concept of more goes back to the very origins, and it goes back to the spiritual exercise of St. Ignatius. He talks about serving God and seeing God's expansiveness and generosity elicits from you a kind of expansiveness and generosity. You know, what can I do more for God because God has done so much for me?
In imitation of their founder, St. Ignatius Loyola, Jesuits adopted the motto to work for the greater glory of God, ad majorem Dei gloriam.
I think that the search for the common good is one that is sort of deeply formative. This is a search that imposes a certain burden, a certain responsibility to think in a certain way, to be in the world in a certain way.
In schools, hospitals, parishes, prisons, and retreat houses, wherever you travel in the world, you will find Jesuits and lay partners devoted to the ideal of the magis.
The concept of magis says something about humans' capacity, and the human capacity to grow, to be generous, and it also leads, I think, to the possibility of humans having higher expectations of themselves and contributing more to society, being more generous, being more kind, being more tolerant of different points of view, serving God and seeing God's expansiveness and generosity elicits from you a kind of expansiveness and generosity.
The most visible modern-day application of the magis, and the boldest instance of magis today, is the Jesuit and lay partnership.
I hope we can make all our lay colleagues in schools or in parishes co-workers with us in the great task of evangelizing. It's also important for Jesuits to realize that a great treasure has been entrusted to them, and they should try to gain as many fellow participants as they possibly can.
Magis has always been a guiding principle for the Clows. From the time that Chuck was an undergraduate at Boston College, generosity of spirit was a part of his education. And when Gloria studied at BC School of Theology and Ministry, she experienced that same spirit.
If I thought about one thing that people would think about Chuck and Gloria that would inspire all of us, I think it might be that what you have is a gift. And who you have in your life is a gift. And who you are yourself is a gift from God. And it's to be used for the greater glory of God. The Jesuits call it magis, I think, just for others. So it's a gift for others.
I think their whole life is given to helping God's people. Going to BC with the background of Jesuits. But he knew he wasn't called to that mission. But yet he can do it by being a person out where God's people are.
Gloria and Chuck mentored so many teenagers in this parish that it's something I'll always be so grateful for. I guess somewhere along the line, I must have suggested to Chuck, have you ever thought of becoming a deacon? And he did.
I see what were once teenagers and young adults here coming back. They have moved away. They have him baptize their babies. Before that, to marry them. He was a part of so many lives that come back.
Well, I think they're the epitome of what the Jesuit code is, service to help others. And that's what they do all the time. Both of them have led their lives doing that. Going way back, I think it probably started around their high school days.
Well, Chuck and Gloria have been visionaries in starting the center. They understood before many others that a leading university needs a leading center for the study of constitutional democracy or for the study of politics broadly.
When I think of the both of them, I think they exemplify this kind of approach to life, this kind of person that I am talking about when I speak about the Majest making a change in people's lives.
I think their whole life is given to helping God's people, in their family, in society, in their community, in their church community, and larger than the church community, to the Archdiocese of Boston.
That's what they teach you. That's what the Jesuits live by, service to others. And that's what they've done.
For this reason, the Jesuits of the Northeast Province are pleased to acknowledge Chuck and Gloria Clow as vital partners in our work, and to honor them with the 2016 Ad Majorem Dei Gloriam Award for the greater glory of God.